college is a lot. College is stressful. Hey guys, it's Renisha. Welcome back to my channel. So I thought I would do a study routine video because it is midterm season, stress season basically, and I have a midterm this Friday for my ecology class, and I also have a midterm on Sunday because it's online. It's an online test for my research methods class, which is a psychology class. And so yeah, I just thought I would show some little tips and just how I study, things that really help me, because everyone studies differently, but it helps to like know how other people study and figure out what's good for you. And I love watching these videos, and I thought I'd make one myself. But yeah, today is actually a rare day. I didn't have any classes. All my classes for today got canceled, which thank God I got to sleep in, have like a lazy morning. And when I say sleep in, I slept in until like 9:30 to 10, and then chilled out. I watched The Bachelor because I missed it last night. I don't like this season. I don't like Peter. Madison's too good for him. Hannah Ann isn't ready for marriage. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, I charging up my laptop right now. It's still a little dead, but I'm gonna go study in one of the study rooms in my building for a little bit, and then I have stuff to do. But yeah, if you guys want to get any tips and tricks, please keep watching. Oh, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Renisha. I am a junior at the University of Alabama, and my major is psychology with a minor in biology. So yeah, I don't think I've ever said what I'm majoring in, but yeah, I'm a psych major, and I do take science classes. There's a long story on why my minor is biology, but that'll be for another video, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think I've ever said that, so I thought I would just pop that in there real quick. Okay, so for my first tip is that I actually make Quizlets for my classes whenever I'm studying. I just find it so helpful. And Quizlet actually has like a lot of tools. You know, I mean, most of you know what Quizlet is, but like they have flashcards. They have a little section where you can learn it well, where they'll do like multiple choice questions, and then they'll also do written and also a flashcard. So like you have 3 ways of memorizing it. So they'll ask you the question basically 3 times for however many set like terms there are in your set, and just make sure it really gets in your head and make sure you remember it. And that's actually a very helpful way that I study. The Learn tool on Quizlet is very, very helpful. I think it's definitely one of the reasons why I do so well on my tests, especially when I don't study until like a couple days before the test. So, but yeah, I prefer using Quizlet instead of doing like traditional flashcards because I'll have access to it on my laptop, my iPad, and my phone. So if I'm ever studying, like I take the bus sometimes to classes, and if I ever just want to study, like it's a like 5 or 6 minute, like it's a really short drive to my classes, but those are like 5 extra minutes that I can like review my stuff in between my classes. Or I have like hour breaks in between classes, so I'll pull up my laptop or iPad or phone or whatever and just like review stuff real quick. And it's a lot better in my opinion, instead of carrying around a bunch of flashcards. You might lose something, or it's just a big stack. I know some of my friends they like making flashcards, and that's fine, but they'll have like a stack of like 200 flashcards. I'm like, you could just do that online, a lot simpler, and you can like organize stuff a lot better in my opinion, but everyone's different, like I said. And then I also write notes in my iPad. I have the iPad Pro. This is the 2nd generation, I think. I got this for Christmas freshman year of college because I saw other people using it, and I was like, ooh, that's such a cool way to study and everything. And yeah, I really like taking notes in this because I don't have to have so many notebooks. But I still do take handwritten notes and a traditional notebook sometimes, because not all of my teachers allow us to have technology or use technology in our classrooms. But even then, I tend to copy my notes from the traditional notebooks and then put them into my iPad, because it just helps to get the information in my head, get myself memorizing everything, because I'm rewriting it. And that was actually a tip that one of my teachers in high school told me. She would rewrite her notes because that was the best way for her to study, because she hated studying. But when you're rewriting it, you don't really think of it as studying. You're just like writing notes, but it works. Okay, I feel like I'm not even gonna go to the study room because I kind of don't want to, and no one's here in my dorm right now, so I have time to study like without distractions. But yeah, I'm still currently making my Quizlet for my ecology test, and then I have to make one for my research methods test. And another tip that I have for studying is that you can study in groups. You can study with just like a couple friends or a couple people from your classes, but they're really helpful. It's really helpful, and someone might understand concept more than you, and they might help you out, or you might understand something more and you can help them out, and it's just like a good way to study. And then also for like the Quizlets, I have a group chat with my entire class, and so we're all like sending our individual group like our Quizlets, and some people might have more detailed notes than me. Some people might think of a different way how to study, and it might be more helpful to me. So it's like very helpful. Definitely talk to people in your classes. I know it's scary. I didn't do it for like the first 2 years of college, but now I do, and it's the best thing ever. It's definitely improved my grades. But yeah, and my last study tip would be to, I hate reading the textbooks, and most of my teachers know that like kids don't want to read textbooks anymore. So some of my teachers definitely tell us to just like skim it. Make sure you look at the parts that are in the notes, and then a little extra, I guess. Like for my ecology test, our teachers told us like look at the headings in our book and the definitions. So like I'll read all the like big headings and everything, and in our book the headings are like questions. And after the first test, I realized that's kind of how he goes off on his test, like by the questions in the book, and then a little bit of the information that's under it will be very helpful. So that's what I've been doing. And also sorry, last tip is make up questions if you're studying for a test. Like for our class, let's see if I can pull it up. For extra credit for our ecology exam, our teacher asked us to make up exam questions that, you know, like we think would help us for like each chapter. And so my class collectively made 14 pages of just like questions for our exam, and we're all gonna get extra credit, so that's definitely a plus. But I encourage you to do this even if you don't get extra credit, because it is very helpful, because it makes you think of it from the perspective of like the teacher making the test. And also he told us he might pull some of these questions and put them on our exam, and then it's very helpful. It makes you think of it in a different way. You're just not trying to learn it. I mean, you're not just trying to memorize the information, you're actually trying to learn it and make sure you understand the full concept. So making questions is definitely helpful. But yeah, those are all my tips. I think I went kind of fast, I'm sorry, but yeah, that's kind of it. Yeah, now I'm just gonna study, and if you guys want to continue and study with me, I will be so happy if you do. But if you don't, that's okay. Yeah, because it is 1:35. I have somewhere to be at 5 o'clock. I think I'm just gonna stay in here and study. Yeah, because I don't feel like really getting up right now. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, like I said earlier, I'm just going through my textbook right now and making sure I understand this. I'm trying to go over. Okay, so currently I am just going through my textbook and I'm adding all of the like vocabulary in here to a Quizlet, and that might be like the next hour because I'm only on chapter 6 and our test is, I think, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think it's 6 chapters. I should probably figure that out. I think it's 6 chapters. No, 7. 7 chapters. Oh my god, it's 7 chapters. I didn't know that. Okay. It's like a glare in my glasses. I'm sorry about that, but let's talk like this. But wish me luck. College is a lot. College is stressful. Yeah. No words. No words. Okay, guys, so I think I'm gonna take a break and actually start editing this video, but I hope some of these tips and tricks helped you. I'm gonna keep studying a little later, and then, as I said, I have an extra credit assignment to go to. It's a seminar. I have to stay and then write my name at the end of it, but I get extra credit for my class, so that's a plus. But I hope some of these tips and tricks helped you, or helping you study, or will help you when you do have midterms or any tests. This is actually how I study for all of my tests, and it's taken me a long time to figure out what works best for me, because sometimes I do prepare 2 weeks before a test, and sometimes I don't prepare until like 3 days before my test. It just depends on how I feel, like how I feel when it comes to the subject. Like if I feel like I can get away with studying closer to the day of the test and stuff. But everyone's different. Everyone studies different. I encourage you to watch a lot of these like study routines and tips and tricks for studying in college. They definitely helped me figure out what I was best at and what helped me the most. But I hope this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you hopefully in my next video. Bye, guys.